Hello students. Today in this video we'll discuss the first chapter of Business Studies of class 12, Nature and Significance of Management. Today in this video we'll discuss the topic Coordination, the Essence of Management. As you know, manager has to perform 5 interrelated functions in the process of managing an organization, which is a system made up of different interlinked and interdependent subsystems. Now when you talk about 5 interrelated functions, it means planning, organizing, staffing, directing and controlling. And all these different functions are interlinked and interdependent subsystems. A manager has to link these diverse groups towards the achievement of a common goal. So we have different individuals who are working in the organization at different levels, and a manager has to link these diverse groups towards the achievement of a common goal. And the aim of every business house or of every management is to achieve the common goal. The process by which a manager synchronizes the activities of different departments is known as coordination. Now when you talk about coordination includes of all those activities by which a manager synchronizes the activities of different departments towards the common goal. So in a nutshell you can say coordination is the force that binds all the other functions of management. It is the common thread that runs through all the activities such as purchase, production, sales, finance to ensure continuity in the working of the organization. Now, coordination you can say is a force that binds all the other functions of management that helps in achieving or in achievement of the smooth functioning of the organization. As we know, different activities such as purchase, production, sales, finance are taking place in the organization, and coordination ensures continuity in the working of the organization. Coordination is sometimes considered a separate function of management. It is, however, the essence of management for achieving harmony among individual efforts towards the accomplishment of group goals. So, with this line we can make out that coordination is the essence of management and it helps in achieving harmony among different individuals who are working at different levels towards the accomplishment of the group goals. Each managerial function is an exercise contributing individually to coordination. Coordination is implicit and inherent in all functions of an organization. Now when you talk about the different functions of an organization, automatically you will see coordination there, because without coordination it will be very difficult for the organization to get the smooth working, and it will be difficult for the organization also to achieve the organizational goal. The process of coordinating the activities of an organization begins at the planning stage itself. So when you talk about coordinating the activities of an organization, it begins at the planning stage itself. Means when we start planning, clear, or could say when top level management start planning for the entire organization, the whole organization has to work according to the plan that has been formed or framed by the top level management. According to these plans, the organizational structure is developed and staffed. So whatever has been planned, according to that plan only, the organizational structure is being developed and staffed. Because under planning, it will be decided that what is to be achieved, how it is to be achieved, by whom it is to be achieved, and at what time it is to be achieved. So everything will be decided in planning, and according to that plan only we are going to organize the structure and we are going to staff the individuals. In order to ensure that these plans are executed according to the plans, directing is required. So as we know, for the proper execution of the plans, clear, directing of the individuals who are working at different levels, the directing of those individuals towards the achievement of the common goal is required. Any description between actual and realized activities are then taken care at the stage of controlling. Now, as we know, we have already discussed about controlling. Under controlling, what we do? We make a comparison between the actual performance and the standard set. If we find any kind of deviations over there, we take corrective actions so that these discrepancies can be overcome. It is through the process of coordination that a manager ensures the orderly arrangement of individual and group efforts to ensure unity of action in the realization of common objectives. So, you can say it is the process of coordination, or it is through the process of coordination a manager ensures the orderly arrangement of individual. Orderly arrangement of individual means the different individuals who are working for the organization, and group efforts, and these different individuals at different levels doing different tasks or different functions in the organization. Clear? Coordination ensures unity of actions and it helps in the realization of common objectives of the organization. Coordination therefore involves synchronization of the different activities of efforts of different individuals who are working at different levels of organization towards the common goal of the organization. So you can say coordination therefore involves synchronization. Here the efforts of different individuals who are working at different levels in the organization towards the common goal. They help to achieve the common goal of the organization. This provides the requisite amount, quality, timing and sequence of efforts which ensure that planned objectives are achieved with a minimum of conflict. So, coordination provides the requisite amount, means what amount is being required, what kind of quality of raw material is being required or of equipment is being required, at what timing it has to be done, and the sequence of efforts all are being planned and coordinated so that you can ensure that the planned objectives are achieved with minimum of conflict. So if proper coordination will be there in the organization, you will find peace in the organization. Now we have some definition of coordination. We'll discuss them one by one. As said by E.F.L. Bridge, coordination is balancing and keeping together the team by ensuring suitable allocation of tasks to the various members and seeing that the tasks are performed with harmony among the members themselves. Now when you talk about coordination by E.F. Bridge, coordination is balancing and keeping together the team by ensuring suitable allocation of tasks. So here you have to make a balance and you have to keep all the individuals who are working as team in a balanced manner so that you can ensure suitable allocation of task. Means whatever task that has been entrusted to those individuals, you have to allocate them properly so that the various individuals who are working in the organization, clear, they perform their functions with harmony and it will be helpful for them to have harmony among the members themselves. So this is what has been said by E.F.L. Bridge. McFarland, coordination is the process whereby an executive develops an orderly pattern of group efforts among his subordinates and secures unity of action in the pursuit of common purpose. So it has been said by McFarland that coordination is the process whereby an executive develops an orderly pattern of group efforts among his subordinates. Means he develop a pattern where every orderly pattern where the group efforts of different individuals in the organization, clear, will work towards the achievement of the common goal and you will secure unity of action. Means every individual will work towards the common goal or they will help to achieve that particular common goal. Theo Hyman, coordination is the orderly synchronizing of efforts. Here you are going to orderly synchronize the efforts of different individuals to provide proper amount, timing and quality of execution so that their united efforts lead to the stated objective. It means you will provide them proper amount, timing, quality of execution so that the united efforts of different individuals can lead towards the stated objective or they should help towards the achievement of the common goal of the organization. namely the common purpose of the enterprise. Or this stated objective is what? The common objective of the enterprise. So these are the different definitions that has been given by different thinkers of coordination. Now we'll discuss about the nature of coordination. First, coordination integrates group efforts. Yes, coordination unifies unrelated or diverse interests into purposeful work activity. As we know, different individuals performing different tasks or different functions in the organization. Clear? What coordination does? Coordination unifies unrelated or diverse interests into purposeful work activity. So here, coordination helps in integration of group efforts. It gives a common focus to group efforts to ensure that performance is as it was planned and scheduled. So what coordination does? It gives a common focus to group efforts. Different individuals, like for example, purchase department, sales department, marketing department, research department. So all these departments having their diverse functions. But what coordination does? It gives them a common platform or a common focus so that the group efforts of these different individuals ensures the performance as it was planned. So whatever has been planned for them or whatever has been scheduled for them, they are going to work according to that only, so that with the help of the different functions of the individual, the common purpose of the organization can be achieved. That's why it's being said coordination integrates group efforts. Second, coordination ensures unity of action. The purpose of coordination is to secure unity of action in the realization of a common purpose. Yes, coordination ensures, clear, us the purpose of coordination is to secure unity of action in the realization of a common purpose. Means different individuals performing different tasks, clear, you have to unite the action of each and every individuals toward the common goal so that you can realize the common purpose of the organization. It acts as the binding force between departments and ensure that all action is aimed at achieving the goals of the organization. So what coordination does? Coordination binds or act as the binding force between different departments. As I've told you, you have planning department, you have sales department, you have marketing department, you have finance department. So there are different departments who are working for their departmental objectives. But what coordination does? Coordination binds the forces or efforts of these different departments towards the common objective. Clear? So unless, clear, proper coordination will not be there in the different departments, it will be difficult for the organization to achieve the organization goals. So coordination ensures unity of action. Coordination is a continuous process. Coordination is not a one-time function but a continuous process. Yes, the next nature of coordination is what? It is a continuous process. Yes, coordination is not a one-time function. It has to be performed time and again. It begins at the planning stage and continues till controlling. So you will find coordination in every function of management, whether it is planning, it starts basically with planning, it remains in organizing, it remains in directing, staffing, controlling. Clear? So you will find coordination in every function of management. Clear? So whenever you will find any problem in any of the function, if proper coordination is not there between the different functions of the organization, so it will be difficult for the organization to achieve the goal. So time and again you have to continuously establish coordination between the different functions of the management. So it makes it to be a continuous process. Coordination is an all-pervasive function. Yes, coordination is required at all levels of management due to the interdependent nature of activities of various departments. It integrates the efforts of different departments and different levels. Now, The next nature of coordination is what? It is all pervasive function, means it is being required at every corner of the organization, whether it is top level management, middle level management, lower level management, clear? Or if you talk about the workers or employees, at every level of or every corner of the organization you require of coordination, because as we know all these departments are working towards a common goal, or these different levels of management are working towards the achievement of the common goal. So if there will be no coordination among these different departments of the organization or at different levels of the organization, so it will be difficult to achieve the common goal of the organization. So it is being required at every level of organization. Clear? Next is coordination is the responsibility of all managers. Coordination is the function of every manager in the organization. Top level management need to coordinate with their subordinates to ensure that the overall policies for the organization are duly carried out. Middle level management coordinates with both the top level and first line managers. The same way, operational level management coordinates the activities of its workers to ensure that work proceed according to plans. Now, when you talk about coordination is the responsibility of all managers. Yes, if you are at the top level management, you have to properly coordinate with your lower subordinates, means you have to properly coordinate with the middle level management so that you can ensure the proper execution of your policies that has been framed, or the overall policies that has been framed for the organization. If we talk about middle level management, they have to properly coordinate between the top level management and the lower level management. So whatever policies that has been formulated by top level management, they must convey the same in the same fashion to the to the lower level management, and whatever problems that are there in the lower level management, if they want the resolution for the same, or they want to resolve the same, so they have to make a proper coordination between the top level management and lower level management. If we talk about the lower level management, clear, they have to make a proper coordination between what? The middle level management and the workers, because ultimately this level of management is going to get the execution of the work. So for the proper execution of the work, they have to properly coordinate between the middle level management and the workers. So in a nutshell, you can say coordination is the responsibility of all managers, whether you are at top level management, you are at middle level management, or you are at lower level management. Clear? Being the manager at uh, any of the management level, you require proper coordination. That's why it's being said coordination is the responsibility of all managers. Now, if we talk about the last nature of coordination, coordination is a deliberate function. Yes, coordination is a deliberate function, as a manager has to coordinate the efforts of different people in a conscious and deliberate manner. So you have to be very conscious and you have to be very deliberate while coordinating the efforts of different individuals, because as we know, different individuals who are working at different levels of organization, they are having totally different set of backgrounds, they are having different set of you could say behavioral setup. Clear? Individual differences will be there, so you have to be very conscious and deliberate while having the coordination between the different individuals in the organization. Even where members of a department willingly cooperate and work, coordination gives direction to that willing spirit. So if you will find people in the organization cooperative, and if you will have coordination over there, so it will be easy for you to direct the cooperative spirit of the individuals towards the common towards the achievement of the common goal. So it will be easy for you, because cooperation in the absence of coordination would lead to wasted efforts. So if people are willingly there to help you out, but you are not properly coordinating the activities, so it may happen that the efforts may be wasted in the organization. And coordination without cooperation may lead to dissatisfaction among the employees. and if you are getting the coordination from the individuals without cooperation, so you will find dissatisfaction among the individuals. Means from heart they are not with you, just because of the, I could say, job position in the organization. They are coordinating with towards the achievement of the goal, but they are not satisfied from heart. So what you need cooperation directed towards the common goal, or I could say cooperation with coordination is going to give a harmony among the individuals, or you will get a conducive environment in the organization. That's why it's being said coordination is a deliberate function. So you can say coordination is not a separate function of management, but it's very essence. For an organization to be effectively and efficiently achieve its objectives, coordination is required. So in a nutshell, you can say that coordination is not the function of management but the essence of management, because coordination is going to help you out to achieve the organizational goals in an effective and efficient manner. Like a thread in a garland, coordination is a part of all management function. So thank you for your patience listening. Hope you will like the video. Thank you.